It's kind of hard to believe that we are up to day 30 with going through the Psalms and Psalm 30. Just before I read Psalm 30, I want to read one verse from Acts chapter 2. I was just at lunch with some of the people from church and talking to one of the elders about tongues and the situation in Acts 2 where men from all around the Roman Empire heard the disciples speaking in their own language. And a lot of people say, well, God allowed them to hear what the disciples were saying in their own language. But there's a point in the Bible where you have to just take what the verse says and take it quite literally. Let me read it to you. Acts chapter 2 and verse 4 says, they were all filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, and began to talk in different languages as the Spirit enabled them to speak. Yes, men from all around the empire heard them speaking in their own languages. That verse comes afterwards. What does it say in this verse 4? It says that the Ruach HaKodesh came upon them, they were filled with him, and they began to speak in different languages. The miracle was not that people from around the empire heard them in their own language. The miracle, according to verse 4, is that they spoke in different languages. Anyway, here's Psalm 30. A song for the dedication of the house by David. I will exalt you, Adonai, because you drew me up. You didn't let my enemies rejoice over me. Adonai, my God, I cried out to you and you provided healing for me. Adonai, you lifted me up from Sheol. You kept me alive when I was sinking into a pit. Sing praises to Adonai, you faithful of his, and give thanks on recalling his holiness. For his anger is momentary, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Tears may linger for the night, but with the dawn comes cries of joy. Once I was prosperous and used to say that nothing could ever shake me. When you showed me favor, Adonai, I was firm as a mountain. But when you hid your face, I was struck with terror. I called to you, Adonai. To Adonai I pleaded for mercy. What advantage is there in my death, in my going down to the pit? Can the dust praise you? Can it proclaim your truth? Hear me, Adonai, and show me your favor. Adonai, be my helper. You turned my mourning into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, so that my well-being can praise you and not be silent. Adonai, my God, I will thank you forever. Psalm 30. First thought is it's all about praising God and letting his praises be known. How can the dust praise you? How can the dust proclaim your truth? How can I glorify you when I'm dead? Keep me alive. My second thought is that, again, so often in the middle of turmoil, in the middle of trouble, David turned to Adonai. We remember at Ziklag, when his men were about to stone him, when everything had turned against him. He'd been sent back by the Philistines, the city had been burnt, his wives and the whole families had all been taken off by the Amalekites. David at his very lowest, what does it say? It says he strengthened himself in the Lord. He turned to Adonai. What do you do in times of trouble? Do you turn to your own expertise? Do you turn to your own abilities, some of them God-given abilities to fix things? Or do you turn to Adonai? That's my thoughts from Psalm 30. I'll see you tomorrow.